Okay, you guys, part two, and we are done. I know that it was a lot in part one of love addictions that I was touching on, and it was a lot. So I say this to say that because sometimes when God is ready for us to really, really see the truth about ourselves, He will allow and position people or things to manifest in a way where we can now see us. You know what I'm saying? And we can now deal with our own selves, you know? So doing this love addiction video, all I can say is I seen myself. And I feel like for me to see myself in this video is growth. And to still be able to pursue it and do it, that's growth. So I encourage all of y'all out there, just understand that if you feel like you have to do something and it's a struggle and it's hard for you to do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because in the end, it's going to benefit and help somebody else or some people. You just don't know how. But if God is positioning you to do it, it's for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about who going to get a hold of it or who going to watch it or who going to grasp it. But just know that God and the universe and the angels already position people ready to see it and ready to get what they need. All right. So that was my spiel, y'all. Okay. So, this is the second part of love addictions. Okay. And then this is going to be much shorter because the other one was so long. But this video, we are talking about how to heal from love addiction. Okay. So one thing I want us to understand that when it comes to love addictions, it's like we have to once again understand that this stems from childhood, okay? So it's nothing to be embarrassed about once again, and I said this throughout my other video, and I'm going to keep reminding y'all, it's nothing to be embarrassed about, it's nothing to be ashamed of, it's nothing to feel like you less than. It's something that just happened, and it's okay now. It's okay. It really is okay. So to heal from love addiction, we first have to deal and acknowledge that we do have abandonment issues. You sometimes have to go back to that little girl or that little boy from the past and really look back at where was it that you first started feeling them abandonment issues? Where was it that you started feeling rejected? Where was it that your self-esteem was so low where you felt like you weren't worthy? Like you got to go back to that little boy, that little girl. You know what I'm saying? In you. And you got to revisit your past in order to see where those abandonment issues have been there for so long. Okay? Once we can go back as little boys and little girls and revisit our past, because you got to understand that's really all it is. And I'm going to do another video on reparenting the little boy or the little girl inside of you, because what happens is with this love addiction and a lot of other addictions, the reason why we have these addictions is because we have not learned how to reparent the little girl and the little boy inside of us. The thing is, sometimes you may want to go back to your past as that little girl and the little boy and get closure from your parents. And you may not get the closure. You may want to go back and revisit the past and try to figure out why you was treated like that. You may not get it. So sometimes you got to figure out, how do I heal the little girl and the little boy on the inside of me? How do I heal from the abandonment issues that I had since I was a little boy or a little girl? How do I heal now? And so I don't know if y'all have heard of it, but you can actually reparent the little girl and the little boy on the inside of you. And so I'm going to do a video about that one day, reparenting your inner child. So that's what we have to understand if we want to heal from this love addiction. We have to first go back to our past and go deep in it and get to the root of where did the abandonment issue start? Where did the rejection start? Where did the low self-esteem start? What happened in your life that caused you to deal with this shame. Where did the shame start? You got to go back there and revisit your past in order for you to come in your present so you can heal now. And once you have went back in your past, and that could mean talking to a therapist. You know what I'm saying? That could mean that you need to go see a therapist, or you need to talk it out with a therapist. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you need to do to heal from those abandonment issues, that rejection, the shame, then do whatever it takes, because in the end, it's going to help you to understand what it means to love in a healthy way. You know what I'm saying? So I always tell people I'm never against seeing a therapist. You know what I'm saying? If it's my way, I will see a therapist. I'm never against it, because therapists are very helpful. You know what I'm saying? Just like life coaches, they are very helpful. So that means if you need to talk to a life coach, talk to a life coach. You know what I'm saying? But do whatever you got to do to deal with them issues from your past. After you can get past that and we begin to deal with the issues now you got to understand that you can't be so hard on yourself. People, come a little bit closer, okay? Stop being so hard on yourself. Stop being so hard on yourself when you make a mistake. Stop talking down to yourself. If you feel like you messed up somewhere, stop talking down to yourself or beating yourself up because you got in a situation that you later regret. Stop it. Because in the end, you being so hard on yourself, you talking down on yourself, you looking at yourself saying, why did I get in that? I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done that. That doesn't help you to heal. It only stagnates your energy. It only keeps you in a low vibration. It only keeps you in that state of fear and rejection and abandonment and low self-esteem. That's all it does. So the second thing we have to learn, stop being so hard on yourself. It's okay to say, I messed up. It's okay. And it's okay to say I messed up, but yet it's okay. And that's what we have to learn how to do as people. Stop being so hard, because here's the thing. Our biggest critics is not people. Our biggest critics are ourselves. You are your own worst enemy. We sometimes look at people and think that they are our own worst enemy. No. How we see ourselves, how we view ourselves, how we carry ourselves, what we think about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? How we talk to ourselves. We are our own worst enemy. And so what we have to learn how to do is stop being so hard on ourselves. Stop being such a hard critic on ourselves. Because in life, if you don't make mistakes, if you don't make errors, if you don't make trials, if you don't go through darkness, how you gonna get to the light? You know what I'm saying? And that's what I try to tell people, that how can you ever get to the light if you don't go through the darkness? How can you ever learn your lessons if you don't make mistakes? This is all part of us evolving. This is all part of our growth spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. All of this is part of our growth to heal. So stop being so hard on yourself, okay? Stop. The next thing we have to understand is that we have to begin to maybe take some time out to learn how to treat our own selves, okay? Like, I'll give y'all a prime example. Like, the other weekend, right? The other weekend, y'all, I went out. But this is what God showed me. God said, I don't want you to go out with nobody else. I promise y'all, I heard God say this. He said, date yourself this weekend. And God told me that. I was doing my hair in the mirror. And God said, now, what I want you to do is put on some clothes and take yourself out and date yourself. And when I say to y'all, I took myself out, I dated myself, and I enjoyed myself so much. When I say I enjoyed. And that's what we have to learn how to do. Take time out by yourself to just really learn how to treat yourself. Really learn how to cater to yourself. Really learn how to love on your own self. You know what I'm saying? Really take time to nurture yourself. Because here is the thing. We attract what we are, not what we want. And I said that in a lot of videos. We're not going to attract what we want. We're going to attract what we are. So when you can take the time to understand that when you learn how to nurture yourself and you carry that energy and you embody that energy, you're going to attract somebody else that knows how to nurture you. When you learn how to date yourself, you're going to learn, and you carrying that energy and embodying that energy of knowing how to date yourself and treating yourself, then you're going to meet somebody that know how to date you and treat you good. Why? Because you've embodied that energy for yourself to know how to treat yourself good and date yourself good. You know what I'm saying? So the energy that we embody internally is what we're going to get in response from the rest of the world around us. And that's just like, pampering yourself. You know what I'm saying? Self-love and self-care looks different for everybody. Being honest with y'all, for me, self-love is doing my hair, my makeup, going out, enjoying. If I can take a trip out of town somewhere, just, enjoy me, I'm going to enjoy me. So it's learning how to pamper yourself. What makes you feel good as a man or woman? What makes you feel good? You know what I'm saying? What makes you, what puts a smile on your face for yourself? And when you learn how to embody that type of energy where you do what makes you feel good, you're going to meet somebody. I'm telling you, you're going to attract the right man, and you're going to, not the right man, you're going to attract a healthy relationship with the right man. And you'll attract a healthy relationship with the right woman that's going to know how to treat you and how to pamper you, because you have taught yourself how to pamper yourself. And now you embody that energy, and now that person going to come in knowing. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we're doing. And at the end of the day, there is no microwavable cure when it comes to love addiction. I'm sorry, y'all. It just ain't. It ain't. There is no microwavable cure for love addiction. It's solely based off of you taking it day by day. It's solely based off of you learning how to treat yourself, how to love yourself, how to talk to yourself, how to date yourself, how to nurture yourself, how to pamper yourself, how to just, look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm beautiful. I love myself. I am gorgeous. I am everything. I embody power, strength, beauty, everything, loyalty. I embody the spirit, the mind, the soul. It's like you gotta feel it and you gotta know it. So it's no microwavable cure for love addiction. But it's first being able to get to the root of why we got here. And then after we get to the root of why we here, then the next step is you get to the root of how do I begin to deal with myself. And after we can deal with ourselves, then the next thing we do, we deal with the root of what it takes and how do I begin to treat myself? How do I begin to embody an energy where I want to be loved genuinely and sincerely? How do I embody that energy to love myself genuinely and sincerely? And when the right person come along, they'll know how to give me the same thing. So you have to understand that this is all part of the healing. You get what I'm saying? And another thing I want to add before I end this video is, even if you do get to a place where you're healing, you're in a good place, you find a healthy relationship with the right man or woman, and the relationship is really healthy and on point, it's good, you know what I'm saying? All of that stuff is just good. And it's healthy, okay? I want us to always keep 10 toes down. That's my thing. And that's probably going to be my little theory. Keep 10 toes down at all times. And what I say by keep 10 toes down is always keep both eyes open when it comes to yourself internally. And why I say that is this, because we can get in a healthy relationship and we can get in a position where we have a healthy relationship, but not realize that those old triggers will come. And that's what we want to be mindful of. When we see those old traits of that love addict popping up in us, it's vital that we take the time to deal with those issues immediately. Because if you don't deal with those traits that's coming up in you again, and you in a healthy relationship, you're going to bring those toxic traits of love addict or love addiction into your healthy relationship. And now you just made the healthy relationship that you got toxic. And that's why I want us to pay attention at all times. Keep 10 toes down. Keep both of your eyes open. Pay attention to what's going on within you internally. Pay attention to your energy. Pay attention to things that you feel like you're being triggered by. If you feel like you're being triggered by something, pay attention to why you feel like you're being triggered. Take a step back. You see what I'm saying? Analyze the situation. Analyze yourself. Analyze where that energy is coming from and why you're feeling like that. And take that moment and that time out to really deal with the root of what that is you're dealing with. Okay? This is what it means to heal, you guys. This healing is not, I try to tell people this all the time. Healing is a messy thing. And I'm sorry, y'all. I can't sit and tell y'all healing. Healing is messy. And the only thing I leave y'all with before I end this video, that if you ready to get messy, you ready to heal. This video right here, this video that I'm looking and I'm talking to y'all, this video right here is only for people that are ready to get messy when it comes to the healing. Because when you're ready to get messy, when you're ready to get down and dirty for your healing, when you're ready to get determined enough to heal, you're going to get your healing, but it's going to be messy. And you got to be ready for the messiness. So I love y'all. You guys keep 10 toes down, both eyes open. Pay attention to your internal. I love y'all. Y'all be blessed. My divine angels. Bye-bye.